Shams Tabrizi, a man whose presence turned Konya upside down, vanished without a word, without warning. But why? What force drove him away? And more importantly, who had the courage to try and bring him back? In this tale lies a name you've rarely heard, a quiet yet pivotal figure, not a poet, not a mystic, but a bridge between fire and those it scorched. His name, Husam al-Din Chalabi, and this is the story of his bold intervention. In today's episode of Shams and Rumi, we revisit one of the most sensitive chapters in their saga, the return of Shams to Konya, not at the people's request, not of his own volition, but through the resolve of a man standing between two worlds. The year is 1245 CE. Following inner turmoil and rising social pressure, Shams leaves Konya. No one knows precisely why, but historical accounts speak of rising hostility, especially from Rumi's own family. Shams was blunt, intense, unpredictable, and Rumi's attachment to him was like nothing anyone had seen before. Together they provoked admiration and fear. Then one day, Shams disappears, and Rumi collapses, not just as a poet or scholar, but as a man who had lost the one soul that mirrored his own. Amid the grief and confusion, a quiet man stepped forward. Husam al-Din Chalabi, a loyal student, a deep thinker, and perhaps the most underestimated figure in Rumi's life. He sensed this rupture wasn't final. He couldn't bear to see his teacher consumed by sorrow. So he did what others feared to do. He reached out to Shams. And now the pivotal moment arrives. Husam al-Din writes a letter, carefully worded, balancing humility and urgency. He speaks from both sides, from Rumi's pain and from Shams' pride. But the question remains, could words truly bring Shams back? If you're fascinated by the intersections of mysticism, love, and power in this era, and want to explore the deeper, often untold layers of these stories, like this video and subscribe to our channel. In future episodes, we'll uncover the final fate of Shams and how it reshaped Rumi forever. Astonishingly, Shams replies. He returns to Konya, but this time quietly. No dramatic entrance, no promises to stay. When Rumi sees him again, they exchange no words. But in their eyes, everything is said. Some scholars believe this moment marked the beginning of Rumi's second spiritual ascent, one where pain, not presence, became the teacher. Most remember Husam al-Din as the scribe of the Masnavi, but in truth, he was far more than a penman. He was a bridge between passion and discipline, between Shams' fire and Rumi's tears. While others recoiled, he stepped forward. In silence, he wrote the words that would change history. Shams came back. But was he the same man? Perhaps not. His eyes held a glimpse of the end. And Rumi was no longer who he had been before the pain. His silence had grown deeper, his verses more ablaze. Perhaps every return is only a prelude to another departure, and maybe every separation is not an end, but the spark for something that can only be born in fire. In the end, this story is not just about Shams or Rumi. It's about all of us. Those who, to save someone, must forget themselves. And sometimes to save ourselves must let go, even of love. Thank you for staying with us until the end of this journey. If this story resonated with you, we invite you to continue walking this path with us. May your gaze stay clear and your heart steady until next time.